from BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.
And access, we need God. Only God can bring us out of this mess.
Wonderfully made. I may not look like you and you me, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting its glory shine through. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be.
All right. Good morning. First name's Doni, last name's Glover. All right, nothing like that first sip. In it to win it for the long haul, baby. Hello, everybody. We were over at the White House yesterday, and it's been the first time I've been in there, I think, since Trump got elected. I went over there once during the Trump era. I had one assignment, and the Sunday that I got over there, I wasn't able to get in. That was during the Trump era. Before that, we were all up in the White House all the time. But yesterday we made our first visit of the Biden administration, and we covered the Presidential Medal of Freedom ceremony. Some of the honorees included Maryland's own Simone Biles. I don't think I've ever seen her in person before, but just one glimpse of her, and you see a very energetic young woman who has incredible posture, absolutely gorgeous, but just classy. And I say classy, I really put an emphasis on it. Let's see, Overcoming Great Odds, and this is the program, by the way. Pretty nice program. I wanted to show this to you. Yeah, President welcomes you to the White House on the occasion of the presentation of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. There were 17 honorees. Isn't that a pretty program? Had a little presidential tassel. This ceremony started, let's see, President John F. Kennedy announced the first Presidential Medal of Freedom on my mama's birthday, July the 4th, 2 years before I was born. So this has been going on 59 years. President Lyndon Baines Johnson, that was the president when I was born, 65, then made the first presentations, December 6, 1963. So I guess I can remember by knowing it's 2 years older than me. But here are the recipients. Simone Biles. That's not a great look, is it? Just read it to you. Simone Biles, Simone Campbell, Julieta Villarreal Garcia, Gabrielle Giffords, Fred David Gray. Now, big ups to Rondi Griffin on Team Be More News. He's out there researching Freddie Gray a couple of weeks ago. Ronnie's longtime friend and supporter. And he notices that Fred David Gray is one of the people being honored, was one of the people being honored yesterday. So before getting to the White House, we had already been made aware, we were already aware of the fact that there was a black man, an attorney named Fred Gray. And being from Baltimore, of course, we certainly know the name Freddie Gray, which was the young man who died tragically, killed, what have you, by police, we believe, here in the city of Baltimore, and ended up causing the first riots in 47 years. Steve Jobs' wife was there. She collected his award posthumously. Steve Jobs, the Apple man, who started his business, college dropout, turned in bottle tops. And then we have the iPhone with their sleek presentations. Sleek presentations. I love iProducts. Father Alexander Carlutzos, Kizil Khan, Sandra Lisa Lindsay. John McCain was on it. His wife was there. Man, people, you could really feel the love in that room. Diane Nash, and Diane Nash is a civil rights worker. I almost remember that story in particular. Yeah, fearless leader of the Freedom Rides and Nashville sit-in movements. Diane Nash was a fierce light in the darkness. Almost done. Megan Rapinoe, got to meet her outside, just as down to earth. I met yesterday the world's greatest soccer player, woman soccer player, who is a fierce advocate for LGBTQ plus community. But she was, and her hair, oh my God, her hair. And we got some really good pictures of her with the iPhone. She had a beautiful hairdo. I don't know if you know, but I love women with great hairdos. I can take a ball too. Alan K. Simpson, Richard Trumka, he had passed posthumously. Wilma Vaught, Denzel Washington, he didn't make it. Raul Zaghiri. And so it was a wonderful ceremony, and I was really glad to attend. Team Be More News showed up, including Mr. Honablu, and I rode shotgun with Erica Alston Buck, who just handles her business. And let me tell you, if you go to the White House, make sure you got on your gear. I got to tell you this. My first trip to the White House, they told me, "Oh, Donnie, you just wear some khaki pants, button-down shirt. You know, you'll be good." My grandma would roll over in her grave if I showed up at the White House with some khaki pants on and a button-down shirt. This ain't middle school. You know I'm gonna have my gear on. You know my shoes gonna be shined. At the White House? Come on, man. You know I'm gonna have my gear on. Got to take them sharp pictures. Good morning, Quandra. By the way, big ups to all of our new shows. We got a bunch of new shows that have started. New people have come aboard, including Quandra Gaines. Quandra has served people in East Baltimore, West Baltimore for a mighty long time out of the Men and Family Center. She now has her own show, and it's getting stronger and stronger by the day. We also have Brandon Baines, who has joined us. Brandon is the grandson of Mr. Henry T. Baines. So we have greatness. If you don't know who Mr. Henry T. Baines is, then you must not be really paying attention. But he owns a slew of supermarkets here in the city of Baltimore, Black supermarkets. And it is important. Now we see more than ever the need for us to support our own. Early voting started yesterday. I will not tell you who to vote for. We have put up many, many names over the past few months. People who have come to us to help them get their message out, to get their word out. At the end of the day, you must think for yourself. I don't care what you see on this network what you see on television, what you see on the radio, billboards. Number one, please vote. Our ancestors fought and died, and our ancestors of all races. There are good people of all races in this country. I'm going to clarify that today. There are good people of all races in this country. Black, white, what have you. And there are bad people of all races. And the enemies who are black in the black community are just as dangerous as the enemies who are white. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the illustrious words of DMX come to mind. Yes, DMX. What a great philosopher. He said, where I'm living ain't right. White hate black, black hate white. It's right back to the same fight. Got us suspecting a war, but the real war is to follow the law of the Lord. Y'all ain't catch that. I'm ready to meet him because where I'm living ain't right. Black hate white. The white hate black. Black hate white. Was right back to the same fight. Got us suspecting a war, like a race war. But the real war is to follow the law of the Lord. And you can translate that any way you want. But you know right from wrong. You know good from evil. We have our children out here, they're watching us. They're watching what we do. We can say this all day long. They're watching what we do. When I go around on the strip to the avenue, and yesterday I got a chance to go through there with my suit on. Usually I've got on tennis shoes. But when I get to go through there with the suit on, I gotta remember, boy, they really watching you now. Don't forget to be kind. Don't forget to be humble. Don't forget to be gracious. And I'm talking about in dealing with our young people, the ones we can push to the curb, mentally, in conversation, physically. Can't we see that our young people are hurting? There's so much pain and trauma in Baltimore City. So many people are hurting. So those of us who have been blessed with a little something, whether it's gifts, talents, money, time, the most precious, the most valuable thing you can give anyone is your time. We have to do a better job investing in our young people. Your children, my children, our children. Nobody's going to fix this village for us but us. Nobody's going to fix our community for us but us. And you don't want nobody else fixing it, because when other people fix your community, it's just like going through DC yesterday. Harlem is still black. Baltimore is still black. DC, Chocolate City, that ain't black no more. DC ain't black at all no more. All that's out the window. Used to be Chocolate City. It's Vanilla City now, baby. They've made it so expensive to live in certain places. You saw houses that you saw new houses over in DC in old neighborhoods. So whether it was serious rehab jobs, probably serious rehab jobs. And now that same house that a black family used to live in, well, now that joint is a condo and the price is so sky high, nobody can afford it. A friend of mine up in New York City, Mr. Vito, said that when we had the money in New York, in DC, in Baltimore, when we had the money to buy these properties that are now through the roof expensive, we chose not to buy them. on Kendrick Lamar's latest song that I've been ranting and raving about called, oh my God, no, I'm tired. Kendrick Lamar, oh, what's the darn song? Come on, give me a second. The one where he talks about the culture. I want you, and I want you to want me, to Kendrick Lamar. What's the latest song? Well, he talks about a bulletproof Rover. The name just escapes me right now. And Google is acting up. Let's get this right. You bear with me a second. Anyway, in Kendrick Lamar's song, he talks about the culture. We better get back to the culture of love and invested in our neighborhoods, like Nipsey Hussle talks about. What he was a great practitioner on, investing right back in our community. But now it's too late. We've been busy trying to be like Rick Ross. We did not invest in our neighborhoods, and now now we've gotten to the point that we've given away grandma's house. We gave away Big Mama's house. If somebody was too trifling to pay the taxes. Taxes come about once a year. Baltimore got some of the cheapest property taxes anywhere. Well, we forsake grandma's house. That's the one across the street from here. The two next door. The three a few doors down. We chose not to invest. We wanted to move somewhere else. Why do we keep moving and chasing when we already got it? We want to move from West Baltimore to Randallstown. We get out there to Randallstown, then we want to live in Orange Mills. Get out to Orange Mills, then we want to move to York, Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, others are moving into DC, New York, Baltimore, and black people are gone. I ain't selling my house today, tomorrow, next year, either. So they can stop calling. Maybe I ought to just start laughing at them. The people who call and want to buy your house. So I did want to share a word of encouragement with you today, especially after meeting all of those, or at least witnessing the ceremony yesterday for all of the Presidential Medal of Freedom honorees. And the message is, don't stop following your dream. I've been working on this news network for 20 years. And sometimes, well, thank God my house was paid for a long time ago, 30 years ago. But in the 20 years of running this business, there have been a handful of times I wanted to quit. And I heard the most profound message yesterday about not quitting. And I can't really remember it, but whatever one of those champions said, it just made me realize that I think Erica Austin Buck said it. That when you're doing what you were born to do, when you're following your purpose, what the good Lord put you here to do, nothing will get in your way. Not money, not lack of support, if you have a lack of support, whether it's the person beside you or person in your family who you think will support you. I'm here to tell you sometimes your help will come from strangers, East Siders. I'm here to tell you your help might come from a West Sider. West Siders. I'm here to tell you that your help might come from an East Sider. You want to make God laugh? Now, I believe in God. I've met a couple of atheists and agnostics and other what have you. I believe in God. Whatever you want to call it, creator, mother, father, mother, God, the creator, the one that made all of us and everything in between. That's a good God. I know that God is good. Whatever you want to call it, Allah, Jah, Jehovah, God, Jesus, whatever you want to. It's one God that made everybody, black, white, because we all got the same stuff. Same 5 fingers, same, we're all human. And even though this world is so messed up, they criticize us and kill us because of the color of our skin or which tribe you from. You might be Hutu, I'm a Tutsi. And black people ain't the only one fight each other. Bosnia been fighting all their damn lives. Chechens, the Bosnia, Herzegovina, that's where Ron Brown, king over in DC, got killed, flying over Bosnia, Herzegovina. War ain't nothing new. White people been killing white people. Asians been killing Asians. Blacks been killing blacks. But in the news, it's always us. Why is that? We don't manufacture guns. Why are they always putting us in the news? And no matter how much mainstream wants to put the black faces in the news, here come these spoiled, privileged little people. They shoot 20, 30 people. Cowards. Because a punk with a gun is a man. Ain't no gun in the jail cell. What you gonna do now, punk? A punk with a gun is a man. But these people get a gun, including the cowards that go kill 20, 30 school children, 20, 30 people in a church. And the other cowards who are scared to shoot them because of that white privilege. So a white boy goes shoot up 20 people, they take him to Burger King. We know you, America, but we're not even caught up into that because karma is real. Sooner or later, karma's coming to get all of us. So we better put some sugar on it. I don't care how bad you're Trump, he can run and run and run and run and run. Somebody's going to catch his karma, whether it's him or his family. But what goes around, baby, it comes around. And I'm a witness. You better do good. You better treat people like you want to be treated. And I don't just be saying these Bible quotes. We try to live them around here. I ain't no holy roller, but it's just some basic rules we all ought to be living by, don't you think? Don't lie, don't steal, honor your word. Don't mess with nobody's wife. Don't mess with nobody's husband. Don't covet something that ain't yours. Don't make dope or women or drugs or money more important to you than God's blessings. We sing that song at church. All things come of thee, O God, O Lord. Of thine own have you given to us. A lot of us understand that we got to tithe. And if you don't have money, that's okay. Tithe your time. There's so much we can do to make this world better. Sing please. How about this? Articulating the phrase, excuse me. It is so refreshing to hear people articulate basic manners these days. Thank you. You're welcome. No, thank you. Let me tell you one word I knew not to say to any adult when I grew up is the word what. Because what was going to get your ass whipped? You know it and I know it. Say what to a black mother? What? I don't know how y'all do it in the white community, but in the black community, say what to your mother? You getting popped. Ain't no child abuse. That's getting them straight. That's setting them straight from the, and I threaten the kid in the womb. I get up on them early. Before you can come out into this world, I'm letting you know I'm here and there are rules and I'm going to hold a line on these rules until you learn them. Excuse me, please. Thank you. No, thank you. My bad, brother. My bad, sister. I didn't mean to bump into you. Didn't mean to step on your toe. Please excuse me. Stop all of this. I'm so sick of this dummying down of our people. Not talking about nobody. I'm talking about the black community right now. It's, white folks, just close your ears. Black people, I'm talking to you. Going to a coffee shop yesterday. Me and Erica met two beautiful young ladies working at the camp at the 22, 23, working at a coffee shop. And they were asking where we were coming from, blah, blah, blah. Erica was sharp, head to toe, gorgeous Fendi dress on. It was gorgeous. I ain't bragging about the Fendi. I'm just saying it was a gorgeous dress. Gorgeous is gorgeous, regardless of who made it and who's wearing it. Gorgeous dress. Turning heads everywhere. And for a minute, we were engaged with the young ladies, talking to them. Hey, do you go to school? Blah, blah, blah. And I heard some of the weakest excuses for not going to college. Stop giving these kids these kinds of excuses. If a kid can ride a dirt bike up Pennsylvania Avenue with one hand back here, I know damn well going to college ain't no damn rocket science. Stop dummying down our children. Oh, not everybody made for college. Stop that dumb stuff. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Go away. Go, 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 go. You're not helping the cause. Don't tell me what our kids can't do. Our kids are not dumb. Do the damn work. Not everybody made for college. Okay, well, what you gonna do that you don't know how, that reading and writing ain't important? We keep giving these weak excuses. You don't get to be in this book making excuses. I can tell you that much. And I'm black, white, or otherwise. The people in this book are people who love what they do. And they do it because the good Lord blessed them to do it. The lady, the greatest soccer player in the world yesterday, would seem to have blown her mind. She said that she was in there with real champions. She didn't see what she was doing in terms of being an advocate for the LGBTQ plus community. In her mind, she didn't see that as important as some of the other people on the list. And there were people who've been advocates like Fred Gray, the attorney, who represented. Let me share this with you about Fred Gray. I'm getting a little too excited. Fred Gray, if you've never heard of him, and again, big ups to Ron D. Griffin for pointing this out to me last week. Fred David Gray. When Rosa Parks refused to move to the back of the bus, Fred Gray represented her in the front of the courtroom. And then again, if you're from Baltimore, you know Freddie Gray was something that happened back in April 2015, 7 years ago. But the man who represented Rosa Parks was on it yesterday, just as he did for Martin Luther King Jr. and countless marches for justice. Fred Gray represented Rosa Parks. Risking his own safety, he helps secure voting rights. How many of us would risk our lives to help our own family, let alone strangers? That's the significance of these presidential medals of freedom. These are people who left their comfort zone. And I'm sure they may have had points in their lives where they wanted to quit and no longer wanted to battle, wanted to fight. The greatest soccer player in the world yesterday was sitting next to 16 other giants, some older than her, some younger than her. But she's a fierce advocate, and her hair was impeccable. Oh my God, it was real. I love to see people who look good at the White House. I wonder about people who look dusty as hell at the White House. Facts. Men, it don't take nothing to get some damn shoe polish and put on them dusty ass shoes. You can have one suit. I don't know about you, but I got the spiel. Grandma told you, your mother told you. You can have one suit, one shirt, one tie, one pair of shoes, one pair of socks. Keep them clean, shine them, hang your clothes up. Put a little iron on it. Starch ain't that expensive. It doesn't cost a lot to look presentable. Don't have to have Fendi. I got a Nino Cerruti out the thrift store for $15. I like nice things, but they don't have to cost you an arm and a leg. As a matter of fact, if they cost you an arm and a leg, you're doing it all wrong. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That's a big lesson here today. There always, it's what we learned at Poly. It's not only one way to solve a problem. There can be multiple ways, and we should know about them. And a big way of learning about them is listening. I learned a long time ago, I'm a poor listener, and I have to adapt. I'm a horrible listener. Horrible. So I've learned some coping skills so that I can get the information. Number one, surround yourself with very smart people. Really. Surround yourself. I don't listen well. I need to surround myself with some people who do listen. You saw a breaking news clip about Baltimore City and crime. We can fix crime overnight in Baltimore. If you're from Baltimore like I am, you know you can fix crime in this city right away. It can be done with no problem. I could shut it down overnight. It ain't complicated. And we may have to crack a few eggs. But right now, what's going on in the streets of Baltimore is unfathomable. I ain't even mad at the non-black addicts that come through my neighborhood. I ain't even mad no more. Because I now realize somebody likes it like this. And to all of the state senators, including my own, I ain't calling 311 all damn day because you ain't doing your damn job. For my city elected officials, including my city council, man, I'm not calling 311 all day. I'm just not going to vote for your butt the next time around. Citizens shouldn't be having to call 311 all damn day. When you send us a bill, you don't send us a bill but so many times. We sent you the bill. You didn't pay it. And we cut it off. And that's what we got in Baltimore. We got a bunch of know-it-alls that don't know jack. And that's why Baltimore is the way it is. So let me get some of these comments. Quandary Gaines, again, thank you for your help. Brother Michael Randolph, you have been one of the most consistent followers of this show down in Tampa, originally from Sandtown. I didn't get to that song, did I? What is my favorite Kendrick Lamar song? And what is wrong with my phone? I tell you, internet connectivity. We did interview the prince from Nigeria who wants to be president of Nigeria. What a wonderful man. He shared so much about Africa. We didn't even get into some of the good stuff. You bear with me. I'm going to tell you the song. It's a new song just came out, the one with the video. The Heart Part 5. Why? I don't even know why I'm looking it up. The Heart Part 5. And you got to get that. You got to listen to Kendrick Lamar's The Heart Part 5. Pranitha, you have also been a very strong supporter. Thank you for coming out so many times to so many events. Your words of encouragement, Pranitha, just keep us going. No, we can't run from God. Yes, we can tithe our time. You don't have to have a lot of money. The most expensive thing you can give anybody is your time. And even though Baltimore has said God has blessed us, and those of us who have been blessed, if we bless somebody else as a single parent, you damn right ain't no excuse. And I can see if you got another plan. So their plan is just to sell coffee to two young ladies at the coffee counter. No other plan. We just gonna sell coffee. Okay. And I'm not saying, hey, they're working. I'd rather see them doing that than stripping. Like Chris Rock said, as a father of a daughter, my job has always been to give her options other than working at the strip club. Real talk. Same with my granddaughter. And big ups to my ex-wife's dad, Mr. Morgan Rollins, who has been a father-type figure to me ever since I first met him. But thank God for the strong people, men and women, in our families, in our communities, and not all, everybody black, this ain't a black or white thing. On that note, they're honoring Dr. Phil Leaf today. I'm not sure if I'll make it to the ceremony. It's out Nursery Road. But Dr. Phil Leaf has been a blessing to BeMoreNews.com. He's been a financial supporter of our redesign efforts some 8 years ago. Didn't blink twice. I heard stories of how he's helped so many people across the city. Dr. Phil Leaf, he works with violence prevention over at Johns Hopkins. I'm probably one of the toughest critics of Johns Hopkins, the hospital and the university. I remember my grandmother, the rumor in our family, the word is my grandma was talking about Johns Hopkins back in 1950. Don't go to Hopkins. And a lot of black mothers in Baltimore told their children that, don't go to Hopkins. When my son was playing for Poly, they were playing Dunbar, and my boys at Dunbar broke his leg on the football field. I did not want him to go to Hopkins. It was about to be a fight because they said, we're going to Hopkins. No, you not. Anyway, Johns Hopkins did him well. But still, it doesn't change the folklore. It doesn't change the reputation of Johns Hopkins University. Because if they're the greatest research institution in the world, and damn it, black people have been their greatest specimen. We are not pleased with Hopkins, as we are not pleased with University of Maryland oftentimes. We know how you treat our people, and we don't like it. Nobody gets a pass. Everybody's accountable. Everybody must be responsible, myself included. And that includes you. If we're going to make this world better, we have to remember the words of Edmund Burke. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men and good women to do nothing. I'm reminded of the many white people that helped black people get out of slavery. But I'm also reminded of the wicked white people who thought that slavery was just fine. Do your own damn work. Call my people lazy and you want to sit on your butt and have other people work for you? Who do you think you are? Where's your sense of privilege come from? What have you contributed to make the world a better place? Nothing. But your own damn selfishness and greed. And I tell you, be careful how you treat people. And let me give you a little word to the wise as a person who used to work in restaurants. Don't talk shit to your waiter till you get your food at least. Wait till you get your food. You don't know what you might be doing to yourself. My name's Donnie Glover. I'm out of here. Just wanted to say hello to everybody. Pranitha, Andy Avaz in Hungary. Hey, Andy, I saw your message yesterday. Yes, we were over at the White House. Andy Avaz, big time supporter. Never met the lady in person, all the way from Hungary. Always sending very positive words, encouraging words. We appreciate you, Andy. Always shares beautiful pictures of animals, of nature. So much beauty around us. I thank God for my dog. He makes me walk him 4 or 5 times a day, but every time I get to see the green grass, get up from this computer, go get some fresh air, see some people. My dog's got a fan club. He might as well have his own Instagram page. A young lady I went to school with, Melissa Little, she'll drive past. She won't speak to me. She said, hi, Pharaoh, and keep driving by. Pharaoh, they get Pharaoh love on him, speak to me. But it's all good. Happy belated birthday, Melissa Little. Her birthday is just before mine. We do teach critical thinking just for the wrong things. Bishop Barry Pest Control, big ups to that, brother. Joe Mann's is still open. Next Phase Cafe 112, East Lexington Street. Check them out. They got a mean crab cake. I guess a bunch of these political ads are about to be coming down. Big ups to Edible Arrangements. Support this young brother. Randallstown, Govins, and in Pittsburgh, Kevin and Kathleen Setzer. They just got back from 2 weeks over in Greece. They went to Santorini. Big ups to this young man, Billy Murphy, his son Hassan Murphy, and the other lawyers at the firm. Attorney Bob Shield, he's recuperating, doing better. Big ups to my boy Leroy. I understand him to be doing better. Heard from him late last night, brother Leroy. Do check out the other shows. We have shows every evening. If you want a show, we will get you your own show on this network. Okay, so that's about it. I'm out of here for the weekend. It was a little struggle moving this morning. Hadn't been to DC for a while. Hadn't taken a long car ride like that, I guess, for a while. I guess I'm just getting older. But get out there, folks. Get some fresh air. I'm going to get some swimming in. That's my goal for the weekend, to get some swimming in, get some biking in. Swimming and some biking. Be good, everybody. Donnie Glover out. Hug somebody. Put some bleach on your steps. Rats hate the bleach.